extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense has the ball first today. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He's going up top. Snags it down the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. The give on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Commodores are rolling down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ryle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia State's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space, it's Alexander. Wide open spaces. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Pavia. With the catch, it's Sherrill.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They believe they can run right here. There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already put one 3-spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Makes the catch. It's Braswell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's McBride. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defense is trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hurst. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Panthers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Commodores.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before that. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab on the shot. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hurst. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pulls it in. It's Hurst. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands. It's Hurst. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. grabbed in the backfield. It's Hurst. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They kick it away on 4th down. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll leave it with him. Turning on the Jets. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game, on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. To the air, it's Pavia. Got his man down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tosses it incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiles. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
That's caught. It's Braswell. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Across the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Back to pass. Trying to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
Here comes the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the tailback. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
To the air. It's Pavia. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 40. Oh, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He'll do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, this zone read play is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
And the Panthers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Wide open downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And after missing out on the 2-point conversion, they'll just line up for the kick this time. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
From the 30-yard line on first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hurst. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wiles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Going for 6. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.